Hey, DOT community, this is Lon and Boganora coming at you with a special Assault Roundtable discussion. How we doing, Bo?
Doing good, Lon. How are you doing?
Well, I'm doing good. I'm doing good because we played this over the weekend. I actually didn't get any recording done because I was very busy with Princess Z, but I did get to play it a bunch because I wanted to try it out as many times as possible, especially since there was more than one map.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So
and there's like 3, and I think they said they had more coming in future version.
The dev live stream definitely stated that there will be more coming, even in the next update 1.3.4 specifically.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, along with conquest maps too. So that's cool.
Yeah. So let's see who's going to be joining us tonight. What's up, Shia? But yeah, so definitely this roundtable. I'm hoping to get a few more people here on Discord as well, and to get as much input as possible. So everything that is said
Discord
in the chat,
open.
And especially
I'm going to drop the link to the Discord in the chat.
Awesome. I appreciate it. Also, at the same time, anybody rewatching the stream after the fact, anything that you put in the comments below will be read by the developers, because this is an hour-long stream. It's actually something that they can watch. So, because directly after this, I'm going to be over on the Non-Toxic Gamers channel doing our weekly meeting at 9 p.m. Eastern. So, yes, we got to get as much community feedback as possible. So anything in the comment section, anything in the chat is all going to be read. I will specifically read everything in the chat out loud, or Bo will. So please get your input. We'll also talk about a lot of the feedback that we've received today in the band chats and in-game chat. Anyway.
Yep. Soldiers in the house.
Oh,
Jason's here.
For some reason, that didn't come across really well. It sounded muffled.
What up? What's up, JJ?
What's up, y'all?
Oh, nice! I didn't know you were. Oh, yeah, JJ. Did you get my message?
What message?
No, you didn't. You didn't.
Randomly stopped in. He's like, "What? What are you talking about?" Right
Yeah, I specifically sent you and a few others messages, and actually.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah. See, Bo's got it all down.
No, I didn't. I just I was well, shit. I'm here. What's up?
JJ. Oh, and Vintage is here. Oh, nice and Frantic. Thanks for joining, Vintage. Can you hear us?
I despise that they have 3-star battle drops in this thing. It's awful.
Dang right.
Yeah. Thank you for joining. Corey, Captain Howdy, tag her. Thank you for joining. Oh, yeah. Gotta have something about Kiwis. All right, so we got another land. Okay, who is surprised? Let's put this out there. Who is surprised that we have another land that comes up in the middle of the map?
You knew that it was going to be.
Yeah, right? I was like...
New Fire says they should make more events like this, but let us win tight.
Yeah.
How about let us win anything useful?
Yeah, especially we'll definitely be talking more about those XP relics and not the Titan ones, but the XP relics for relics.
Trials of Power reboot. Cough, cough.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, sorta.
Thank you for Rannick. We got a tweet from Donna Titans. Awesome. I'm glad we definitely got that info over to Chris.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I just saw that. So anyway, I do like the fact that they made it a little difficult by restricting the troops. Oh, and 6 spells. Oh, okay, whatever. I was gonna say I remember there was no limitation on the spells, at least in the supposed trial. But real quick too, let's also mention this too at the beginning of the stream, so as many people as possible can hear this. The developers mentioned in their own live stream that this is a beta, which they should have posted all over the place like they did the second time in Throne Wars, because they realized they didn't do it the first time in Throne Wars. They should have posted beta all over this event, and maybe it would have gotten as much hate. Let's just say
Agreed.
that. So,
like you do with test accounts.
yeah,
Exactly. Clearly says test account.
Yeah, so if they would have plastered beta all over this, it would have been like, oh, well, they're obviously going to make changes. Instead of them having to repeat it 6 or 7 times all over their own stream saying, we're going to change it. Because these things aren't impressive at all, and they should be. These should be impressive. We've waited for these, they talked about these, and we're like, wah, wah. It's nothing more than what you already see for a 2-star, 3-star, and 4-star relic that you're forging into another relic.
You're talking about the rewards for the event?
Yeah, talking about
these relic shards specifically.
Yeah. So the way that those work is they are equivalent to just a regular relic at that same level. So the 1-star is like equivalent to a level 3 1-star.
Yeah, it's completely useless.
A level 5. The 3 and 4-star are a level 10. So that's, we were like, oh yeah, relic XP, but it's a throwaway relic,
I cannot believe people that are going hard on this event, man.
Oh yeah, me either. I told everybody.
Absurd.
I told everybody, just play it, get used to it. This is a trial run. It's a beta.
It's so bad though.
Yeah,
worth the normal rating.
Your money and your gems and your portal stones would be worth way more value for drops if you just raid.
Yeah.
Like, if you look at how many raids it takes and how much time it takes in order to complete this, you could get so much more relic experience from normal friggin' raids. I did like 3 battles, and it's not even worth my time.
Well, you could just auto battle and let it do its thing,
Yeah, but you don't. It required me when I played it. I had to pay attention, or else it was going to go through.
Yeah. So we need to. So let's separate.
Okay. That we should separate between good things and bad things. I do have to say, I think personally myself that the actual having to pay attention the whole time is actually a good thing. It's a different change. I like that.
Yes. So the gameplay itself, the 3 titans, the different that part of it is fun. It's pretty fun and it's cool.
Yeah.
And we needed something different to do. The problem is, it's like, here's your new shiny thing, and they dropped a crap pancake on top of it and said, here.
It's so bad. In order for them to make this, in my mind, valuable and worth people's time, you'd have to damn near quadruple what they're offering as far as
easy.
rewards.
1-star XP relics. They shouldn't even be in there. It should start at 2. It should start at 2. It should start at 2 for the 2.
That's a kick in the dick.
At least 2. At least 2. Maybe even 3, just to start it off.
But the time required is crazy.
Yeah, that's the thing too. You have to take into account the definite length of the battles compared to what everyone's used to.
You did a nice breakdown of time. You want to run over that with us real quick? If you guys haven't seen Vintage's breakdown video, go check it out.
Definitely go check it out. I didn't get to see it yet personally myself, so please, Vintage, and let us know.
I did my classic knee-jerk reaction type stuff, and there's definitely mistakes in it. Is that the relic shards had charges, so it helps a little on the relic XP front, but what I think is very accurate in it or anything, but the amount of time it's going to take you to finish, you're talking around 13, 15 hours.
Yeah.
And that's a kind of right.
For grinding, that sounds about right, though, for what natural motion requires a grinder to put in basically a full day's work, right?
In weekdays, though.
6, 7. I get it, but I'm just saying, typical natural motion requirement is about 5-6 hours a day if you want to grind out the event. That's what, their normal events, it's at least, you know what I mean? So that's not...
These top rewards.
Here's where I take exception with the time requirement. The problem I have as a casual event.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good point.
About 6 hours a day on a game.
Yeah. Good point.
Casual.
Same job.
Yeah, that's not very casual.
So, now they need to do some scaling. They need to cut the time required, by 3 or 4. Like divide by 3, divide by 4.
Right.
Yeah.
Up to the XP you get, maybe throw in some other interesting things like, some of these relic festival things that you can never get except doing pulls at the casino. Throw one of those in there too. Why not?
Why not? Might as well.
It probably takes me about 8 minutes just to do one of them. One of the battles. Because there's just so many spells.
Well, it takes 4 minutes because there's time.
Yeah, it's timed.
Yeah, mine runs a bit slow though because of all the spells and things.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's true. I forget.
Yeah, I have performance issues as well. I mean, I've only done a few battles. I've only had a few battles, but man, it bogged down my device.
Yeah, the phone was fine.
And Vintage, what are you playing on?
On tablets.
I'm sorry, I couldn't get the whole
I
thing.
imagine high-end phones do better.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, probably so. I heard somebody say it made an iPad Pro stutter as well. So.
Yeah.
What's with the score?
I mean to drop a fireball. Whoops.
I mentioned that to you before, Bo, about the scoring seems to start off at a quick pace and then just dies.
Yeah, there's
stuff.
It seems that way. It seems like once you get up around 900 that the scoring really slows down.
It does.
Yeah, it's like one.
I'm doing a battle right now, and I got to 800 in a minute, and then it's
I don't know what that. I don't know what that. What that is.
I've not got beyond 1,100 or something. I think gets to about 900, and then 2 odd minutes of just ticking over 1 plus 4. If I take 4 units out at a time.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's another thing. In
real
Vintage,
quick.
when you did your model, you used 1,400. I haven't gotten 1,400 yet. So
No, nowhere near.
if you use more like 1,200 and scale that, that's a kick in the balls.
Oh, yeah, it's even worse in that case.
Because I haven't gotten 1,400.
So just to clear something up here, Vintage, those XP relic shards do not have charges. They are single use.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought it said 3 out of 3.
And 3 out of 3 is the level of the shard. All right. So what that?
I thought that was useless.
No. What that indicates is that is the equivalent of a level 3 1-star relic or a level 5 2-star or a level 10 4-star. So Vintage is even worse than you thought.
Okay, it is even worse. And you know what this does? A gigantic magnifying glass on the preposterous when you're forging leveled relics. It's grotesque.
Yeah. Well, we've had that discussion. Well, we had that discussion with them the last conference call that we had. Myself and Jaeger and Godan were on that one. And
Jaeger's still playing.
What you
You're surprised? Yeah, apparently Zay Gamer is too, right?
Well, come on, we know the truth there.
But what you said about quadrupling the rewards, that was the exact comment that I gave them during the playtest before.
One of my major ones
actually went
too, Bo,
live.
was the very last. I was like, how is the very last reward 1,500 gems? I thought it was ridiculous.
That's a stinker.
Right?
Sure. Or, what they could do, though, is just, make the point total to finish 25% of the 3,600,000 or whatever it currently is. It might as well be 3 million, right? 265,000 points is a little bit ridiculous.
Right.
Ridiculous. Bunch it up a bit.
Yeah. So, if it was a 50,000 point max, I would still hurt, but I don't think it would hurt as much, right? Jaeger's in the chat. He said, I'm still playing. Jaeger, Come jump on the Discord, man.
Yeah.
Oh, you're live right now?
Oh yeah,
We're
JJ.
live right now.
Damn, bro.
Yeah, you've been swearing like crazy, JJ.
My bad. Sorry.
What's up, boy, Scooby Don?
Sorry, guys.
What's up, Scooby Don? Michael Marlowe.
Well, you're getting unbridled opinion. That's for darn sure.
Yeah, for darn tootin'.
Root dude.
Root
Son
toot.
of a Baptist preacher. All right.
Oh, my timer ran out.
Your timer what? Oh, your time ran out. I'm sorry. I'm not monitoring the stream.
Maybe I missed something. Maybe something got through and I just didn't see it.
How many points did
That happened.
I only got 465.
Oh, that must have been early.
Yeah, maybe it was. I didn't see.
There is a bug. On one of the maps I played, I saw somehow a phantom pass through one of my skeleton spells.
I'm seeing that as well. I'm seeing Panthers and Storm Maidens both just run straight through troops, which, kind of defeats the purpose of having troops there, right?
What's up, Val? Yeah,
I
exactly.
wonder if there's some kind of void zone they need to fix.
Yeah, there's definitely some bugs with it.
Now, I do have to say here, a little bit of optimistic opinion here. One of the other things that I think is a very cool part of this entire assault, and is something the community has asked for multiple times, is we have multiple Titans to play with. And they're random every time. People have always said, we want to play with 2 Titans. Well, they gave you 3 Titans to play with.
I'm not gonna lie. They did do some things right in this event.
I mean, that's something that we've been asking for.
Yeah.
Is it not?
Right. So the gameplay, the game mode, I love it. I love the 3 Titans. I love the max, troops, all the spells. It's more of a Titan thing than it is a troop thing. Although you can make it a troop thing if you bring Almorand and all of the Calvarex relics, and then you can still have 18 troops on the field with 3 Titans.
Extinction says I don't like that
really
after
don't
900
like the only
points it
3
slows
troops,
down.
though.
Well, you just have to bring a summoner. JJ.
Well, you have. I do every time. That summoners are the only Titans worth using nowadays. I bring in a summoner, and I'm bringing a whole boatload of Skelly.
Early spells.
Yeah, because they're my buffer to hang out and basically form a perimeter, and then I find something that's ranged and put that right on the little circle guy.
So you bring Kronos with 3 archers.
I've actually been using Artemis because the Panthers are super fast.
Yeah,
true.
You use those Panthers to collect spells too. So
Yeah. So
all the spell drops are great too. By the way, I really like that.
I think that's probably the biggest.
That reminds me of Trials of Power.
Yeah,
I just can't use them fast enough.
It's true.
Yeah, it would be nice. Yeah, Shai says he'd like to see who he's getting in battle. I said that as well. I said I'd like to see who we're getting, but I honestly don't think it's coded to where they don't even know until battle starts, and then it's just too random. I mean, there's going to be, on the Ranger map, they're obviously going to be Rangers, but, so there's a certain amount of limitation there as to who you get, but, class-wise, but, you get the Berserkers on the one map, you get the Rangers on the other map, you get the Paladins and Guardians on the, on the third map, so...
But they're rubbish. I just use those to collect spells.
They're rubbish. You heard that, right? They're rubbish.
They're worse than the truth.
They're all rubbish.
See?
I think seeing all the spells is kind of forecasting the direction of the game. We're seeing the Titans with providing buffs to the spells, and now we're seeing the surplus of spells being used in this event. I think it really kind of shows and has potential to show us the direction of the game. If you use spell buffing relics, it could be.
The problem with that is that the spells are one of the main.
It doesn't work.
They slow down the consoles more than the actual amount of troops. It's using the spells that actually slows devices down. So the more that's why this why this is so bad. It's because there's just so many spells as well.
Oh, really? I thought it was just the sheer number of troops on the screen.
That is part of it, but each one of those spells has like an animation that goes along with it, and then
you gotta drag it,
additional battle calculations, and you gotta change the UI. And darn it, they need to stop the stupid spell buttons from moving around because that's annoying.
Oh, so infuriating!
Dude,
Oh my gosh!
You think you're throwing down a bunch of fireballs, and then it switches on you.
Right. It's like, oh yeah, let me just rage up the enemy troops for a change. You know? Because that's what I meant to do. Right?
That's what I meant to do. Yeah.
Hey Robert, welcome, man. Welcome here. This is our Discord link. You're more than welcome to join the Discord. We have a room there for Dawn of Titans where all us hang out and enjoy. It's it can be a fun game. Just make sure that you have a handle on your spending because it can get spendy.
I see Val in chat. I promise I'm still in the raid. I'm not napping on the job.
Oh, are you playing with Val this week?
You hanging out with Raiders?
Yeah, I'm in Raiders for a couple of weeks.
All right, cool.
Very nice.
So when are you going to come visit? Well, you already did come
He did come visit. He already made a round.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was in Hammer a couple weeks ago.
Very good choice.
Look, D needs to cut us some slacker. I'm going to have to go visit.
There we go.
I was going to say, if you visit dragons, you'll have to hit Mints this time, Bo.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know.
That's what.
Oh, the call out.
I forgot what happened that week, but I sent Will a message. I'm like, dude, just kick me. I'm totally not able to play at all. Yep. The longer the battle.
Shai says he doesn't see much lag. I was going to ask Shai, are you playing like on a newish phone? I'm wondering if it's the phones. Because those are octo-core.
I mean, I'm playing on a Note 9, and I can notice a little bit of slowdown towards the end of the battle, like Captain Howdy was saying. But as far as like using spells and stuff, I haven't really noticed a problem with that.
iPhone 10 has no issues, no latency issues whatsoever.
Has anybody tried any of the boost relics?
I did. I tried them out during the play test, and I was getting 8,500, 9,000, doing like a 3-2 1-star stack. But that only gets me what 1/3 of 1% of the way to finish or something. I mean, it's it's just ridiculous.
Oh yeah, I did hear Dom finally acknowledged BMT in the live stream. Finally, yeah, Corey.
Finally, I saw that. Yeah. Like I told Jim, Jim was just hoping they would mispronounce his name. So.
Right. All right. So with 1,818 points, I'm 34,834. So post everybody else in the chat and everybody in Discord here. I'd like to know, how far are you in this event? Are you guys stacking up some serious points, or what's going on?
Yeah.
No?
Yeah, not at all, man.
No, and no. Okay.
Gems are totally worth way more of your time spending grinding. The drops are just better if you grind. The events.
Yeah, I mean, you can grab those portal stones and those first few gems and stuff and save them for the event.
My goal is 500 gems, and that's
50.
it.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, man. Why is the second portal stone reward still 50? That's lame.
I have to admit, though, the event's fun, but it's just not worth my time.
At least it's a new event.
Right.
Something new that was good. Better than a temple.
So much potential for improvement. So much. They set the bar really low this time.
Well, the framework's there, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Now,
potential.
Now, does everyone here agree that the assault tokens are going to stay to the assault event and not be considered regular event tokens?
Yeah, they're
that will be like
tokens, so hang on to those for maybe when they get it fixed the second, third, or fourth time around, right?
So 500 gems at 9K. I'm just looking for a nice Nice landing
Yeah,
spot.
Brian, you're going to run out of animals here in a little bit.
Yeah, right? Oh, Bad Mother Trucker wasn't having that.
Oh, no. Jim was tired of the animals. Put him in timeout.
Yeah. Nice.
I think
AJ says how to use the relic shards. AJ, the relic shards, you use them when you forge your other relics, and they count just like a regular relic. They just give you extra XP. Right now, it's nothing special because the levels at the bottom, the 3, 5, and 10, that just means they're equivalent to a 1, 2, 3, or 4-star relic of that same level. It's not a lot.
Is that what people expected?
No, I think we expected
what I expected.
Okay, so this is what I said to them. If I'm going to finish this event, I would expect to at least be able to max out 1 4-star relic.
Totally agree.
Look what the DOT
Absolutely.
community. Look. I just pulled my bonus token I got from the monthly calendar. Look what I got.
Yeah.
On the day the assault.
Runa.
Yeah, I get her on the day that assault comes out. This is what the community
Corey's at
thinks.
25K. That's actually quite a bit, Corey. Did you use boost relics to do that? Just curious. Yeah, they're just for relic forging. That's all.
Yeah, sorry. I cut you off. Go on.
So, Bo, just to add on top of what you just said, a conquest, I'm usually fully leveling 2 4-star relics per day.
But this is a casual event, right?
Sorry.
Yeah, this
the
is
only
casual.
thing casual about this event is the rate at which you level your relics. I mean,
Well, and the gem cost is potentially low as well.
well, yeah, it's just Portal Stone. So, 5 Portal Stones, you can probably play for a good number of rounds for, 3, 4K gems. Because Portal Stones are fairly cheap, right?
I thought the shards would be different, though. I expected when they came out, you would actually put relics into the shards, and then when they got full, it would be like a multiplier when you then use into a relic.
I think that's kind of what we all thought as well. But if it's going to have such a low XP count, at least they should have a durability, and we can use them more than once, like Vintage originally thought.
Like the potions, XP potions.
Yeah.
Just 2.
Yeah. So, if they had 4 uses, or 3, 5, and 10, that might actually be worth something. You
see JR's comment
Yeah, I
here?
want somebody to read that.
That's
and address
brilliant. He says after 1,000 points, just let your unit go through. Takes about a minute and a half to get 1,000 points, and saves you 2.5 minutes when you only get an additional couple hundred points.
That's good.
It's actually not a bad idea because the point the rate at which you accrue points slows down so drastically.
Yeah, and I don't know why
really
it does.
And that gets around the whole with more units and spells being like the whole issue of later in the actual assault.
Yeah, and slowing down as well. It avoids that because that happens later.
There you go.
Yep.
And that's credit to Ulair Cantia from TR Line Chat. All right, thank you, JR, for posting that. And people,
Yep. So once you get to 1,000 points, just kind of stop and let one through.
900 or 1,000, just stop.
Move all your portal protecting troops away. Of course, if they're skeletons, then the Panther will just run right
for
through.
some reason I couldn't click on it there. I was trying to click on it.
Yeah, that's a great tip, JR. Thanks for that.
Yeah.
That's really good. I'm going to be doing that now.
Time to fight, Zalon. Click the button.
Yeah, I know. I couldn't click on the mountain for some reason, so I just went a different route. I don't know why.
Alright.
What's up, King Josh?
Yeah, AJ, using the shard is similar to Titan Soul. You equip the Titan Soul to the Titan and take him into battle to get extra XP, but you use the shard when you're forging up your relics to get extra relic XP. That's how that works. So, all right, halfway through the stream, have we not addressed something that any of you guys want to bring up specifically?
I have to restart my game.
No, I think we got to take it for what it is right now, which is, I'll call it an alpha.
Yeah. Yes. It's an alpha.
They know they have to
So
change this thing.
we had pre-alpha last week for the SPPs and some of the natural motion people. And by the way, I won amongst the SPPs anyway.
Oh, did you, Bo? Oh, did you?
Yeah, yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Mm.
Of course, it was on a test account with not spending money, so and I didn't keep anything. So, hey, Ice, how you doing? We so last week was pre-alpha. This is alpha. Next round is beta, and then by the time that rolls around the third time, they'll have all the kinks worked out. I
doubt it though, man. This event's so far off though. Like I feel like they're trying to undersell it, and then they're going to give us just a little bit more, and it's still not going to be worth it. Like this event is literally not worth people's time.
Well, the damage must be a bug. Surely people.
It has to change so drastically. I just don't think they're going to do it. They're going to give you an inch when it needs like 2.5 miles.
You hear that, DOT devs? JJ
so far
is giving it to you.
It's fun. It's fun.
Yeah,
it's cool.
It is.
But it's so far. It's just look at the stream of content of comments. Waste of time. This event is a waste of time.
I think they just got the formula around the wrong way. Or the damage. I think it's meant to be like Trials of Power and increase a lot, but it's going the other way.
Yeah.
So if they fix that, apart from obviously the shards are going to be rubbish, but at least
they did fix the Titan XP relics because of the feedback. So everybody use the in-game support and open a ticket and just say, "Hey, this is what you need to do to make this better."
It could be a simple fix. If they flip the formula and then they change the shards, 2 changes, and that's a decent event.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah, I think, and to go, I love the idea of my games having a high skill cap. If you have excellent skill, you should be rewarded more. So the farther you go in the battles, just like you guys are saying, you should be able to get exponentially more points, but, at least quadratic more points. You can last the whole 4 minutes and you're killing dozens and dozens of battalions of troops. You should be heavily rewarded for that.
Yeah, I agree. There's definitely a bug with the points or something's going on there because, like JR said, just after you get to 1,000, just stop. Or
something's
retreat. I don't know.
really buggy with my game right now.
Zolan, see what happens when you retreat because I never tried
I can't.
that.
Something's really buggy with my game right now. I can't click on any of my troops.
Going with shake your device.
Yeah, shake your device. I know he's on Android, so.
Oh,
my flashlight turned on. I didn't do anything. Just turned my flashlight on.
Bring up your Switch app screen and then go back into DOT. Sometimes that does it for me.
Hey, Vintage, you got some comments here, man. You got an echo going. You in the John, bro?
I don't think so. I have the stream muted. I shouldn't have any feedback.
Is this how I'm going to have to play it?
Sound weird to you guys?
Oh, wow.
It just sounds like you're in
like you're muffled.
Performance hall.
We got some room echo there, Vintage. It just sounds like you're a little bit muffled.
Okay, well, it's actually exceptionally hot here in Colorado. Let me turn my fan off.
This is really goofy. All right, hold on. I can't even swipe down from the top, so it's.
Oh wow! Can you swipe over from the side?
No, I can't. No, it doesn't work like that.
If you try turning it off and turning it back on,
Mr. Tech Support.
This is my tech support.
No, literally, I can't even select these troops. I'm tapping all over the stream.
Well, I guess we'll find out how many points you get just by doing nothing.
Well, I can throw spells down.
Spells?
Yeah, I can throw spells, and I can throw them really far.
That's weird.
That's the best I can do. I just have to pan back and forth.
It'll be hilarious if you get 2,000 points this way.
All right.
right?
Nothing. Really casual.
Yeah.
At Vintage, it sounds like you're on speakerphone sitting far away. That's what it sounds like.
Okay.
FYI.
I need to restart Discord because this is like my YouTube setup. This is
Yeah.
pretty vanilla.
I'm using my YouTube setup as well. So.
I am having the hardest time ever doing this battle. This is ridiculous.
Salon's going to make a sandwich.
I need to go make a sandwich.
You could go make a sandwich, Milan.
I have 600 points. Look at this. I can barely control anything. Here, hopefully, no, I can't do that. I can't even.
Yeah. So Ice joined us on Discord. Ice, did you want to say something? Or
hey guys, yeah, you guys were in the middle of the conversation. You know, I just wanted to say this event is great for gameplay, but it's terrible with all the rewards. I just waiting all week for this to finally show up, cut early out of work, and just disappointed. I just don't understand with this game over and over again. I've never played a game this expensive in my life.
In my life.
In a game like this, and you have a budget for it. I never knew I would have to budget for a mobile game. And the reality is, it's not Dawn of Titans, it's Dawn of Relics. All that matters is relics in this game, and it takes forever to finally up them and level them to level 10. In the one event where I hope we're actually going to level these relics, it's absolutely worthless. When Vintage did his whole breakdown compared to actually just doing battles, which I'm tired of doing battles. You know, we all wait for Conquest for triple battle drops, and we waste so much time doing the same boring battles over and over again. Finally, something different, and it doesn't matter. And then on the stream today, Matt and Dom are making this applaud Matt. I work for nonprofits. I do organizational leadership. Now, if I ever made my customers applaud me for what I do, how dysfunctional of a relationship is that between me and my customers or my clients? It's just a weird, broken Stockholm Syndrome society we have with this game, where we're waiting for our developers to make changes that are effective, and we wait week by week, and nothing gets changed, and they get frustrated with us for wanting to make their game better, in which they're making money from, and we all pay for it. So that's my rant for the night. I'm just.
Ed's channel says I like ice.
So now, all right. So can you back up and tell us how you really feel?
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. I think JJ a couple months ago, when he got honest with his stream, was finally the honesty needed. I was excited to see Godan be honest about it today, you know, as an SPP player. And that's really what I hope for. I enjoy listening to all your streams, you know, Zalan and Bo. But we have to get honest with them, because otherwise I'm just waiting for the next mobile game with the community attached to it, and I'm gone. Because the only reason we all stay, is for the community. We like the feedback, we like the live streams, but we do the same repetitive things over and over every day, and we all know that's the definition of insanity. It's doing the same thing, hoping for changes. So I've only been playing for 10 months now. It'll be a year in October. And still we're waiting for things to get different. We're still waiting for Titans to not walk in circles. If that was my job, I would be fired. I mean, that's the reality. If my programs and nonprofits I worked for had that same expectation of basic duties, I wouldn't have clients. So that's just what's so shocking to me. We all do the basic math. When you have 50,000 players playing a weekend, that's a good amount of cash coming in just from the bottom line. And yet they still don't reward their most valuable customers. And there's so many better games on Xbox and whatnot, but I just can't play those games because I'm not going to be sitting down at a console. That's why I play a mobile game from time to time in between breaks at work or on weekends. I have 4 children. You know, so like I don't need to waste time hoping for them to change this game and make it better for all of us.
It's not going to be long, bro.
You've been appointed as CEO of Natural Motion.
Yeah, the chat is blowing up, Ice. You're blowing it up.
Well, that's what I do. I fix organizations. And here at Vintage, do this. I mean, just think about this, because everybody has made changes, and they say they listen. They just don't. I really think it's ran by some guys in their young 20s. Again, I'm an old millennial, so I get how millennials think. But it's just really disappointing for how much money goes into this game and how little change actually takes place.
Agreed.
Yeah, I think we've all known long ago that there's not a quality department.
All we can do is give them the feedback. Just honestly, that is the main duty as an SPP, is to take your guys' feedback and give it to the developers. And that's what we do. It's the main thing that we do. Unfortunately, we can't force them to do anything,
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just grieving to see that. For how much time we put into it. Me playing almost a year, and finally at the late Castle game, Castle level 20, it should never take that long. I mean, when you just look at a pathway for what completion to a game would be, a year of daily playing. We're not even there, and you have someone like Drum every week giving us feedback and commentary. Drum is worth a lot of money to this game. Let's just be honest with this.
Mm-hmm.
We know he's probably put a ton of money in over time. You want to honor your top customers. And when I work with nonprofits, I want to honor
Hey guys, what's
our
up? It's
top
your boy
donors.
Soul from Fantastic Gamers.
I despise that they have
I don't know
three-star
what Scott
battle
thinks.
drops in this stuff.
What are you doing, Bo?
I did not. Well, I was trying to comment in the chat, but it evidently launched
fine.
a sound clip.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry.
Ice has taken JJ's soapbox for the moment.
Yeah, right. JJ's loving it. JJ's like, yeah, I can sit back and just relax.
Absolutely.
A lot
I'm trying to think of positives to add in.
Well, no,
Wait a
we
minute.
already stated the
Somebody else play
positives. The
devil's
actual
advocate here.
gameplay itself is the positive. After that, it's pretty much everybody just, let out exactly how you feel, because when it comes down to this is what the roundtable's all about. Right now, I got 3 dislikes and 2 likes. This roundtable is not, or this stream is not, hey, this is the event. It's the greatest thing on the planet. Like, it hasn't been like that whatsoever. I'm not in any way
Yeah,
taking,
Anubis and Ed,
taking any kind of stance.
non-toxic, Natural Motion knew about this live stream before it happened. Now, they're all in bed right now, but they told us
Yeah.
like 2 days ago that they would for sure watch the live stream,
Most
the
definitely.
roundtable.
Because they want to know exactly what how they feel about this. Now, what they do with that information, of course, is completely up to them. We can only do so much, unfortunately, from our positions. So.
Yep.
But everything that you guys are saying in the chat, all the comments that everyone puts after the fact, even if you're in the chat now and you want to put a comment after the stream, please do so. They will read them. Let them know this is what you don't like. This is what you don't like, because it's important for them to know. Hey, I got 2 Olmerans.
And I totally agree, Zalon. I whether I'm naive or not, I really believe that some of the positive changes that have happened in this game have been a result of reading comments on videos. I really believe that.
And recent ones, certain things they even mentioned on the stream today were specific things I remember Vintage putting in some of his videos within the last 6 months.
And they were things that we gave them feedback during the meetings about so the refresh land change to gold was one of the things that was on the list, and they were like, oh, well, that makes sense because castle players and blah blah blah. I'm like, yeah, dude, so change it to gold. So evidently they're going to do that.
Yeah,
We've been saying that for a year, though. That's my problem.
I understand that. We just have to keep saying it, and eventually I guess if you make a big enough stink, it'll get through. I don't
JJ,
really
it's like
know
when
what
my
to
daughter
do.
asked how long is it until we get to wherever we're going. She'll ask
halfway.
it. Well, she
Halfway
asks
is
it
always
like
the
6
answer.
or 7 times, and then eventually, we're actually getting close.
If you tell her halfway every single time, whether you're 2 minutes or 4 hours down the road, eventually it'll sink through to her. That's what I tell my kids.
Just saying.
Halfway.
Let's explore that illustration. We're talking about adults trying to convince children. We are grown adults paying money. Our kids don't pay us anything. It costs us our life to raise them.
Mm-hmm.
And the reality is we're paying a lot of money for no change. I mean, that's the reality that we're facing right now.
Mm-hmm.
So we're all waiting for a mobile game. If NTG said this is the new mobile game, I'm gone.
Yeah, well, hey, it's not that we haven't been
Hey, man,
exploring.
we play all kinds of games.
We definitely.
Yeah.
But
It's
there's
not-
no community. There's no community around it like this.
There
with the
is,
different
bro.
elements of battle.
So Natural Motion has their thumb on the pulse, and because of the graphics and because of a lot of different reasons, I still believe that they have the best game on the market currently.
It's still
But
like
not
that.
Gonna,
But it's not going to
right
last
around the
forever.
corner.
It's not going to last forever.
and if they want an evergreen game, they need to respect their players a little bit more and treat it like an evergreen game because they're, fertilize that mother sucker.
need to market.
Yeah, there you go, Bo.
Game still one of the best games on the market. Yet they haven't done anything to bring in new players for
But
years.
when's the last time we've all invited a friend to play this? It's impossible to hop in. Because let's just be straight. If my friends knew how much I spent on this game, they would think I'm crazy.
Right.
I spent nothing, so
Well,
time.
to be relevant, how long have you been playing? 3 years? 3 years?
Yeah.
Over 3 years.
Yeah, Foranic's got some time in. Foranic has definitely got some time
to be
in.
stuck in the low level, and then when all these new Titans come out that are, Summoner Titans, that's when I finally got my first one. I knew the game changed from there, and I would have to get these Summoners to be relevant at all. And honestly, don't have that grind time as a free-to-play. Would I love to be a free-to-play? Absolutely. It's not realistic with my work availability.
I'm with you. I can't. I mean, I've done it before, and there was a period of time where I did it, and I did the thing where I finished a, 24K soul event free to play, which was insane. The only reason I did that was because I had the flu and I was sick in bed all weekend, so literally couldn't do anything else.
Don't worry, I can't grind either. I can't do any of the. I've never ground any of the events out. I always just saved stuff and use selective.
Save tokens and then finish one when you want to. That's
Yeah.
how you have to do it. Yeah.
So I'm always not at the head of the curve. I don't have all maidens and horde and everything up max.
Yep.
Although I do have most summoners now.
But this new play mode, when it works,
Mhm.
I enjoy it. I would like to see it. I would like to see it used for something other than just a quote unquote midweek casual event.
Yeah,
Right?
Absolutely.
casual.
These three titans and all this stuff is really cool, but it's like, what can we do to make it more meaningful, right? And
Absolutely.
what can we do?
Well, I got a real good idea for that.
There, you sound much better, Vin.
Yeah.
I talked about that Windows 10 update. Ugh, it's still hitting me. Anyway, they could take this event, the Christmas week when they put out, kind of a bad Titan and a totally ludicrous soul count.
Yep.
This, where it's a game alongside your game, chip away at it when you feel like it.
Right, and it lasts for a week instead of 2 days.
Right.
That's not a bad idea at all.
It's great.
Incorporate it as an extra option. It just feel like it is fun. And
Your game, right?
it'd be nice to mix things up every once in a while. I mean, honestly, there's just currently with the state of this event, there's just no value in my mind. But it would be fun to mix it up a little bit while I'm doing normal gameplay or, grinding to drop in and do one of these fun, longer battles every once in a while.
Totally. Or reset that campaign mode that's in all of our main lands that we'd all want to redo. I'd redo that campaign mode within the whole Sardu one. I still don't understand why they just can't reset that for players, just to play for spare time.
Yeah, we've asked for that. We've said just let them run through it again, and even if they just collect just a stupid relic token
they are
every
working
time.
on a what's it called? Doing levels for the.
Yeah, they're supposed to be working on something for the Adventurers Guild.
Yeah.
Supposedly.
Supposedly. They're supposed to be.
Yeah, and we should just. They've already got maps developed for Throne Wars, and it doesn't look like Throne Wars is ever coming back. So why don't we just use those maps somewhere else?
Great idea.
You know what? And I'm going to say this about the Adventurers Guild. Sake of the game, give the new players something good to work with. In the Adventurers Guild, it should be an excellent 4-star Titan. Let the new guys get something useful, and then they got something to really invest in, and, it makes them feel like they're making progress. It can't be just a 3-star Titan. This is not global launch anymore.
No.
Over 2 years, behind global launch. They need a 4-star Titan.
Yeah.
They should have one by then. You would have thought.
I'm talking
a little bit.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the newish players. You know, if you've been playing for a couple months, you may not even have 4-star Titans.
No, I did have a 4-star Titan until I pulled a token. You know, I got a Sarkon. It was a lucky pull, and that was my first 4-star Titan. You know, and then also I listened to the live stream when I heard that came out, and I fell for Jotan or whatever his name was.
Oh,
He
yeah.
said, this is a great Titan. Like, this is a great Titan. And I trusted them, be like, oh, this is a great Titan. And I'm like, this guy's terrible. This is a terrible Titan to play with.
It's terrible.
I'm going to go back to Stardew.
Yeah, I skipped
That's the thing,
the first time, actually.
As new players, 1-stars and 2-stars are pretty pointless, but 3-star used to be alright, because you're all competing in lower leagues. But yeah, if you're a newish player wanting to compete in Masters and Legends League, then yes, you'll need 4-star type.
Well, when I was down in Champions, we had plenty of bullies like JJ that would come down and just stomp.
Oh, JJ. Crushing those new players' hopes.
I thought I had a great Titan as a level 53 star, and it was nothing. Absolutely.
Oh, that's been happening for since before global launch.
Crushing
Bullies.
dreams, JJ. Crushing dreams.
They should have fixed that a long time ago, man.
They should have fixed that a long time ago.
I'm just going to exploit their lack of decency.
I was.
They tried to by losing your land when you go back up.
That doesn't do anything. That does absolutely nothing. But hey, gents, I gotta take off. I'm gonna play.
We only got 8 more minutes until I got to get rolling too. So this stream is going to be
Thanks for having me, Zalon.
Thank you, JJ.
Natural Motion, man. Keep up the good work. This needs a major tweak. Gameplay's a lot of fun, but you'll figure it out.
JJ, bring the stream back, bro. Bring your stream back. Come out of retirement.
Ah, you hear that,
Good job, man. I'm
JJ? The
super
people
busy.
want you.
I'm traveling a lot. I'll try to put some stuff out, but
We need some rants from time to time.
Yeah.
We need that soapbox.
I'll do my best. I'll do my best.
Yeah. We need some 2-cent videos. Where is it at?
You don't want to hear.
Oh, yeah, we do.
Just
Yeah,
kidding.
we do.
Yeah, we do.
All right. Y'all take care.
All right.
Later.
So anything else anybody on Discord wants to add, or anybody in chat wants to add comments-wise about what you think about this, things that you think that you can fix to make it better, which is always good.
This Prometeo.
What's up,
I came
Prometeo?
on late, but I don't know if someone said this, but there was a good idea from someone in NTG today that if there was VP in this event, it would make a lot more sense for midweek play.
Yeah.
That's
Chuck
great.
said that in the chat a minute ago, is that these casual events need to tie in with weekly VP for the season, so we don't have to choose between the event or season VP. We should be getting VP for these attacks. I totally agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
And
APOC, what's up?
If it worked that way,
Hey.
Hey, Zalon's live streaming, APOC. We're in the waiting room because it's a public live stream.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say anything bad, man. Like fudge.
so the thing about VPs in the event would be that it'd be really interesting to have a source of VP that you could turn to when your castle is bubbled.
Yeah, do this while your castle's bubbled.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah, because not all the time are you going to want to get right back in it.
Say
Yeah.
The other key thing that I think when they're thinking about how everything should be calibrated, I would say think about the time it takes to do one of these fights and what other opportunities there are in the game for that amount of time.
Right.
Because
there's an
maybe for the
opportunity
portal
cost
stone-
for doing this.
Yeah. You're definitely passing up. In 4 minutes you could do easily 6 ping pong fights. So that's a lot of Titan XP.
Yep, they do need to bump up the Titan XP. I mean, we're getting 400, or at least I was, which is a decent amount, but it probably needs to be more like 600.
Yeah, not compared to the lands we can hit up in Legends.
Even though that's going to cost you more portal stones, but you're going to get, you get pretty decent VPs off of level 25 ping pong land. And so,
you do.
Again, you're passing up a lot of VP by doing one of these fights.
Yep, that's true.
Well,
Maybe that's not such such a big issue in leagues below, like Master League, so like Champion, Elite, Platinum. That's probably not a big deal. But when you get into Master and you get into Legend League, if you're not making VP for the week, then you're putting your team at a disadvantage.
Well, it's not an issue at all for anyone outside Legends League. Like you said, just Legends League.
Right, but there's a lot of Legend League players who are in alliances. Really need to be putting up 2 to 5 million VP a week. So
yeah,
and Legends League is where a lot of the money is spent as well.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, we're the top spenders in the game.
or they're hiding in Masters.
Well, King Josh, if the goal for this event was to generate revenue, I think that's a complete failure because
the numbers have to show. They have to show.
Yeah.
Well, no, I mean, I hope no one's buying that 24,000 boost pack. I mean, because it's just a terrible value. If anybody's dropping money,
that's because the relics only do four uses.
Well, I bought
Get
it
up
on
to
the
500 gems.
Yeah, I bought it on the test account during the play test just to see, what the different values were for the relics.
Yeah, me too.
Relic.
I did that too,
How many did you
just
get
to
for
see
a 4-star?
I got one 4-star, a couple 3-stars, a few 2-stars, and the rest 1-star. Just like a regular 24K boost.
But how many points? How many points did it eliminate on the level?
Oh, it was a significant increase. Hang on, I will boot up my game and see. I still have the relic, even though I've used it up.
Hey, Prometheus, did you hear this? Prometheus, did you hear the strategy about letting one of the cats run into the circle after you reach about 1,000 points? And that way, it was a great strategy. Someone dropped in the chat there, so that way you can crank these battles out in about 2 minutes. Because there's some kind of error where you can't get above about 1,100 points.
Yeah, there's something going on there. So hang on just a second, and I will give you the rundown of the actual boost relics.
You got 2 minutes.
The 4-star. All right, so the 4-star Assault Core gave you 900% battle point boost, 200% Titan damage, and 200% Titan health. Hang on, I'll scroll through all these.
The 200%.
Yeah. All right, so the 3-star Assault Core gave you 450% battle point boost, 125% Titan damage and health. The 2-star is 250% battle points, 75% Titan and health, and the 1-star is 150% battle points, 50 and 50 damage and health. So that's what those were.
Okay.
So
realistically,
I was just thinking, what if Titans come back in a big way? Maybe fusing off as Astaroth is going to feel bad, but you know what? It was the right thing to do because even in an event like this where they're trying to make Titans important, you know what I'm doing? I'm playing Skeleton.
Oh, yeah, me too. All right, so we got 1 minute before we have to end the live stream. We have another live stream scheduled to start over on the Non-Toxic Gamers channel. We'll be doing our weekly.
Hey, excuse me, bro.
Yo, what's up?
Sorry to interrupt, but I am actually traveling and I won't be back home. So you guys can feel free to continue the meeting, the live stream for 30, 45 minutes.
Oh,
so
cool.
I get home.
Cool. All right.
Please.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll watch you. We'll watch when you pop up in the streamer room. We'll see what's going on. Okay.
Okay, man. Thanks, Sam.
All right. Cool. Hey, Zalon, we're into extra time. It's like
Bonus
soccer.
time. Bonus time. Oh, and there's more people that have joined Discord as well. That's awesome.
Nice. Kahana, welcome, guys. Kahana is the community manager for the Non-Toxic Gamers. Welcome.
Hey guys, how you doing this evening?
Doing excellent.
Awesome. All right, well, we'll continue. All right.
JR says the more he watches Zalon battle, the more he thinks this glitch is associated with him. You got to pass a minute and a half, and the point gain slows down a lot. Brain says he ran out of toilet paper today, and it was a sad day.
Oh, Brain, I'm so sorry.
Using his old T-shirts.
Mm-hmm.
Probably. He's using his Switch controller because he can't beat those levels on Mario Maker.
That's true. Oh, that's how you do it. Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah. And then I love that his titles say, a pro player plays, so because he's a pro.
Yeah. All right, so we've spent a lot of time going over the negatives. Can we go over the positives one more time, just so they don't think we're just taking the total crap on?
It's true.
On their game?
We did. There was
The graphics are still good.
Yeah, the graphics are good.
Graphics are a win. I think playing with the multiple Titans, I did like that element. I played with Chernobog today.
Yeah.
One of them. And I thought it was great. I mean, it's a Titan I'm not going to be
I
able to
wish
play
you
with,
could
so
get
that
their.
was
I
fun.
wish you could get some of their buffs though. Like for instance, like I
Totally.
just battled with 2 Almorans. I'd be like, oh yeah, that'd be pretty sick actually.
Oh yeah, double Almoran buffs on your skeletons. Holy crap, that would be fun.
Yeah, right. And then like double. What's it called? Even more summons. But anyway.
Yeah.
To be honest, that was asked for quite a lot, where people have requested being able to control 2 Titans in a battle, and now we have that. So they have delivered on that.
Well, actually, they give you
we have
3, even more than what we asked for, if you think about it. Just
Now, if you want to fix the game in the realm of defense, if they allowed us to assign Titans, maybe you have 1 primary Titan that buffs troops, but the other 2 is assistants. I mean, that would at least give hope to some of the defensive players that there is some type of change. I think
So you guys know that offense is what sells, right? That's why. I mean, it just is, right?
oh, Bo, don't ruin it for everyone.
I'm just saying. Points puts butts in the seat. You ask any sports fan, and they will tell you high-scoring games are what bring people out to the game. All right, the same thing happens in these mobile games. You, as a player, you want to feel powerful, right? Yep. So, and offense is always going to be it's always going to be skewed towards offense. If you realize that, then you can. Well, all I need is 1 Titan for defense, and then everything else is offense, right?
Yeah, I hear that. But, the goal we play these games for is the basic dopamine release of pleasure. And over time, dopamine diminishes as you don't have new stimulus. So the reality is we have very little stimulus and change happening. So that's true in some element. But there's at least variables with offensive selling. You never know how many points you're going to score. If I know the same outcome of every game I'm going to play, it's going to wear off over time. And
Right.
that's what we're all facing.
That's why we need meta shifts every so often. I think Dawn of Titans is a little slow actually on shifting the meta, because it's been Zeus and Storm Maidens forever, right?
Yes.
Right, Vintage.
Right.
So they when we talk about bringing defense back, I don't think it's so much that we make all garrisons unbeatable. It's just more balanced towards the defensive side, right?
Just a little bit.
Here's the problem I have with it.
Oops.
When you have the tankiest unit resist and 50% resist versus ranged, I'm sorry, Storm Maidens should not win.
Yeah, I still think they're a little broken.
Of course.
Or a lot broken.
But we identified the devs did not recognize the brokenness. That was incredibly grieving on one of those streams when they said they don't see brokenness in how maidens are designed right now.
Well, they're looking at stats and they're looking at data. I don't know that they're actually playing the game like we play the game.
No,
guys.
it's not a daily grind
Just
for them.
FYI,
It's not a daily grind for
It's not a daily
them.
grind for them.
No.
It's not. They're looking at stats.
If you walked in there and into their offices and looked at them and were like, "Listen, did you do your dailies today?" They would look at you and laugh. They would look at you and laugh. Dude.
I would love for them just to fill a 4-star relic, max it out, see that pain. I think we'd all see changes.
So if we ever get, go ahead.
On the format of the event, so in a lot of ways it's similar to Conquest in that your Titan and the relics that you have available are going to have a big impact on how you do in the fight. They've tried to shift it away from the troops, but as we found, really this is more than anything just a skeleton relic event. So for people who don't have those relics or who don't have good relics, you're going into this and maybe you're getting a little bit of play out of a couple of 4-star level 60s that you get to play with. So, early Castle guys who don't even have a level 4-star are having fun with that. But still, you really need to have relics in order to maximize it. And to take it further, if you knew what Titans you're going to get going into the fight, then that would help you choose the relics that are going to make it more about the Titans.
So I think that sometimes the player base's knowledge of the game is underestimated by the developers when they do these type of things. So they give us an event where they say, "Oh, you can only take in 3 troops." Well, it took us about 60 seconds to realize that all you need is skeleton relics, and now you're back up to 18 troops with a summoner, like Almaran, right?
Totally true.
And I honestly believe they would have made it no troops had they been able to do that easily, but I think it's probably hard-coded that you have to take at least 3 troops.
take in
otherwise you get
3,
that error
yeah.
message, right?
Just like we all know when we try to go in solo with Arya or any other Titan, you always have to take 3. So you take 1, and then you take at least some reinforcements. But
there is that.
I do want to address Kool-Aid's topic for the bonus time that we have now, and that is Cerberus event. I got 2.
Oh, yeah, Cerberus.
Don't need more than those event relics. Might have to grind for those. So what does everybody think about the Cerberus event that's coming up this next week?
Oh, boy.
I already got the relic from the relic event.
Totally.
Yeah, I think it's a pass for me as well. I have Cerberus, and
I do
he's
too.
only level 22, so...
Yeah, and
I don't enjoy playing with him.
So...
And everyone says, offense sells. Well, the flaw in that logic is that
is C-Bus?
one Cerberus.
Correct.
Yep.
If you had 7 Minotaur events, everyone would do 7 Minotaur events.
Totally.
True. That's very true.
Yeah, I'm very tempted by that last relic, the target practice, but when it comes down to it, the only reason to do this event is if you're trying to fit out a second Cerberus.
And if you haven't,
I
haven't finished your first one,
just for 1 relic at the end, that's just not.
See, I'll get those relics some other time. That's how I look at it a lot of times.
Yeah. Yeah. Chai says he's glad to have an event he can skip.
Yeah, that is a positive. There's definitely people that do need a break, and when there's events when you're a heavy event player, when there's breaks like this in the game, you do benefit financially and mentally.
And back to the devs not playing the way we play, man. I'll just continue to pound on the table and implore them to get some kind of, real war-type players as playtesters. Good grief, they need it.
Oh, yeah. Most definitely.
Oh, my God, yeah.
Yeah, that subject was brought up. That subject has been brought up, actually, many times.
Unfortunately to say, not too much headway in the area of trying to get that to happen. Although they had the VIP program, which, of course, has gone to the wayside. I haven't heard much about it in a long time, but still, they do know how to separate players from the community. So do so again, similar to the VIP program, and just make them your testers.
Yeah, because, I understand they probably have, marketing hype type concerns, with players having Titans out there that aren't available to others. But in my opinion, that would add to the hype. Oh my gosh, can you imagine the line chats? Look at this. I got attacked by this thing. What is that? You know what I mean? I don't know. I think they need playtesters desperately.
What they need is an entire development playtesting environment. Because the problem right now with having the test accounts is that if I take the test account out and I just raid everybody's garrison, I'm affecting their season on an account that I really shouldn't be doing that with. So, what I tend to do is when I attack someone's garrison, I will retreat before I win because I don't want to affect their season. If we had
I understand.
but if we had a development, if we had a sandbox with playtesters that could do this stuff and it not really affect the actual production game, then I think that would be more valuable. But I don't know what it would take to set that up on their end.
So why would there be resistance to this idea, Bo? Why hasn't something like this happened? What do you think the fear the Natural Motion team has with something like that?
I honestly don't know.
Can I make a comment?
We've offered.
Oh, Soldier wants to say something. What's up, Soldier? It's your boy, Soldier.
Hey, Soul. What's up, Hole?
What's up, guys? One of the things that I like about Transformers Earth Wars, a lot of y'all know I play that, but Transformers Earth Wars, I'm also I guess a tester for them, and we actually do have a what we call a test server, where we have probably anywhere from 50 to 60 different people on the test server, but also there's like hundreds of different types of accounts that we can actually play against that are like computer generated. So it's possible. The thing about it is, will they do that?
Yeah.
You know, is the big question. But they have done it in the past, because when you think about, I forgot what program or what event it was, but there was one event that we actually played on, and we couldn't play against anybody else that was on a regular server.
That was when we were playtesting Throne Wars.
Yeah, Throne Wars, and that one was very unique, only because I guess it wasn't unique because Throne Wars, we was all going up against each other on a specific event type, right?
Right. Yes.
Yeah, so it was a little bit different, but with Transformers Earth Wars, we do have a test account where we get all the major bots, and we're able to play against only people on that test server. So it is a separate server that they keep available for us, so we can actually play tests on.
Yep.
But it's possible.
Honestly, if there was a completely separate server for the game that was just constantly running Throne Wars, and you could just go in there and throw a Titan and relics onto an island, and it would never get destroyed, so that you could just test things on random islands, that would be awesome.
Finally, a use for Throne Wars code.
Yeah, just make it a Throne Wars server where the islands never go away, and you can just go in there and test randomly, whatever they put on your account, or even make it a game mode so that people can just go play in Throne Wars whenever they want.
So I wasn't a part of the Throne Wars era. Why did it get eliminated? This is often referenced as a great event, and for some reason it just disappeared.
It was a performance issue. There was literally so much activity going on during the Throne Wars that it was overloading the code. The ability to
and
react.
the older devices, right, Brain? No.
And the older devices, right?
Isn't that a good problem to have? Isn't that something worth fixing?
I think so. Think so. Yeah.
I mean, if you have that much game player activity, that means more money for your game, right?
Yeah. Except it was only Legend League.
It was super hard. Well, it was Masters before.
Yeah, they did try it in Masters.
It was a very challenging event, which a lot of the seasoned players are looking for, right?
It was all garrison hits.
Yeah. Basically, it was an event. I mean, there were islands, but they were basically garrisons.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah,
they should have crystal lands come up in neutral lands. If you could pull down a crystal land as a neutral land, that'd be awesome.
Oh, that'd be cool.
So what was their? So as an SPP, Bo, what's their comments when you guys bringing back Throne Wars? What's their hesitation? Just server overload?
Well,
I don't think we talked about it.
We haven't brought up Throne Wars recently because in the previous times we always say, people want to know when Throne Wars is coming back. Either it most of the time it wasn't addressed. Like we're trying to figure out what we want to do with Throne Wars is basically the answer. So,
interesting.
Yeah. So maybe Throne Wars needs to be a separate game. Make it a different game called Throne Wars.
That'd be awesome.
But then everybody would be like, I gotta start over.
The team play dynamics were great in that, though. All the timing of when to drop lands, where to raid, all that sort of stuff is great.
It was a very I mean, we set up special chat rooms and we had a voice chat going basically 24 hours a day because you had to react so quickly that typing it in a text message in Alliance chat just wasn't enough. So from a community, play together aspect, probably one of the better things I've ever done in a game.
So, I mean, is that a possibility for you guys to just keep bringing up kind of, vintage's pound on the table moment of these are the type of events we're looking for rather than Assault where the rewards are not really worth writing home about?
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you what rewards I would like in Assault is make it like the Echoes of War so that you get these tokens as you go along that you can then spend to get rewards, but make it so that you can go in and choose your reward so that if you want to do, far enough to get one token and get one of the rewards, then you can get that. And then that way you can have the combination of exclusive, rare items that are available for people and an event that doesn't demand, 20,000 soul count.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yep, definitely. They have like an Assault token store, and you've got so many tokens, and you just spend them where you want.
Yeah. That way it can be a midweek event that doesn't require, 1,000 fights in order to get value out of. But you could maybe you could pick up a 4-star doing, 50 fights a day.
Agreed.
Or it could be a relic foraging event where they're actually decent relic, shards earlier
so
on, so you can level up our relics.
This probably happened before you started playing Ice, but they used to run a relic frenzy type event where you got extra. It was a higher chance to forge back then because they changed it. Before it was XP.
Interesting.
Before relics had XP, they had
durability.
You had a chance. When you would go forge a relic, you just had a chance that it would actually forge. It wasn't a guarantee. Once you reached a certain level, like it is now. So they used to.
Oh wow.
Yeah. It was annoying as all get out.
It's one of the compelling factors of me starting my channel. No joke. I freaking hated it. Everything was casino back then.
Everything.
Yeah.
No.
We've gotten a long way from the casino. I mean, this thing was just. It was like everything was RNG when this.
Cha-ching, 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 cha-ching.
Yes.
That's what it was.
Yes. Now, Brain's one of the weirdos that like the whole durability thing. So. Yeah, and they used to give us 50% more XP for Titans during battles and stuff. Like, choose Champions Titans and get 50% extra XP per attack or whatever. So.
Wow, and they changed that for what reason?
I don't know. They just went away from it. They haven't done it since.
So in the arc of mobile games, Bo, I mean, it sounds like you've played for quite some time, just a variable or different amount of games, or Soldier. That being said, where do you guys kind of see this in the arc of, is it going to be retiring soon? Do you still see momentum in this game? What are your thoughts?
And my thoughts are, I think this game is going to stay here for a little while. As a SPP, I continue to see them attempt to make changes and attempt to do different things to try to appease us. A couple of games that we play, and once again, we play a lot of games. I've been playing them probably the most out of all of us.
He plays 6 games at a time, DOT community.
if not more. But like I said, the thing about it is being a power player for a majority of the games that I play is we don't see, or I don't see, the 2 games that I see a lot of activity from developers are Dawn of Titans, and I continue to say Dawn of Titans probably has the best community manager out there. Chris, I've always said it, especially being on NDA for 5 different games with 5 different companies, and Transformers Earth Wars. But just like Transformers Earth Wars, we got a different Transformer coming out almost once a month. With Dawn of Titans, we consistently see brand new Titans come out. We consistently see them try to create different events to make the community or get the community engaged with it. And we continue to see that, I listen to everybody, all the YouTubers out there. I listen to all of y'all channels, and I continue to see the developers mention things that each of y'all say, each one of you say. So I don't see Dawn of Titans going anywhere anytime soon.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do have to.
I feel the same way.
I do have to agree with.
I play, around longer and will continue to be around, and they're much smaller.
Yeah, it's a very small studio, guys. It's a very small company when it comes to the game. So there's that whole economic thing where, well, if we attract 2 million new players, then we've got to hire X number of staff to support that, and blah blah blah. So there may be some of that going on. I don't know. I'm not privy to those discussions. But as far as longevity, I mean, I see another 2 years easy, and who knows how long I'm going to run after it's quote unquote stopped being currently developed.
What's up, Zarek?
Plenty of gods that can steal from Smite still.
True.
And I can say this also. I'm probably the only person in here that actually went to the Natural Motion Studios. I know, a couple people in here had opportunity to do so.
APOC did too.
Yeah, but from going in there, man, and walking through that building, man, it was awesome. And to see like the different things in reference to Dawn of Titans and some of the other games that they play, man, these guys are fully invested in this game. We walked through them creating Titans. We saw the screens of the guys creating the Titans, and then we went into a room and we sat down with the guys from marketing to
who are the guys from marketing?
Game designs.
I want to know who those people even are. I think they're. I think it's
marketing?
an invisible. I think it's an empty chair. Empty chair. Is that the marketing department?
Hey, look, I'm saying
skeleton.
Hey, look, there was people in there. I'm not saying they do enough marketing, but we had the guy. His name was Chris. Also, he was from the VIP team. So I think he was on the marketing side of it. But it was a variety of people in there, man, and these guys are fully invested. And when we went in and we sat down and we talked to them, and y'all can see the video on the Non-Toxic channel, they were like really listening to some of the things that we were saying. They was really engaged. And immediately, one of the things that I can say is, y'all know we got lore now, right?
Yep.
If you go back and look at the video of us talking to the developers, you're gonna see me mention, guys, what we really need is lore. We don't know who our Titans are. Who is this Titan? Where did this Titan come from? A month later, they started talking about lore. They actually created lore for every single Titan. So they're not going anywhere, man.
This IP is so very ripe for them to branch out and do other things with the IP in this game, and I don't know if that's something that they want to do, but they could have merch if they wanted to.
Oh, they would have made so much money if they would have sold actual merch for this game.
Yeah,
because their art designs are theirs. They own them. They just missed a big boat on that. They could make events a little bit more reasonable for the community financially if you would like to invest. If they would have just sold merch. But
they got merch. Oh, and look at the video. Me, Zayd, Apop, I got like...
It's the stuff they have in the studio, though. That's not stuff that you can just buy in a store. I'm referring to buying in a store.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. They have the ability to do it. They have when we started merch, or we saw the stuff that they had for the studio, we were like excited. We was like really happy for opportunity for them to give us some. And like I said, I got like 5 VIP hats here right now that I'm gonna give away in a future stream. But man, we walked away with so much stuff, man, and they can really capitalize in the market if they actually did that.
We saw Zayd raiding the merch shelf there. He dove in that sucker like it was food. But,
he's like, ooh, free things.
What would be the best move?
What would look nice while I play PUBG?
So is merch for your current base of 80,000 odd players the best thing, or is more adverts and things like that to try and entice more new players in the better sort of financial decision for them.
Well, obviously getting new players in is the better decision there.
You guys,
I think we've been screaming for that for years, haven't we?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go design some merch.
Go ahead.
I've been saying that they need a comic book for this game. I think that you could do a really good comic book.
I mean, they have the artists there.
They have more artists than anything else, I believe, and that's the one thing.
They just need more lore.
Yeah. So.
On the lore.
Yep.
They're working on the lore. Like I said, we said something to them, and all of a sudden, that next month they had lore for all the characters, and they're still working on like even more lore from what we have discussed. So it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be exciting, I think. But like you said, like listen, watching the videos from you guys, and seeing some of the stuff that you talk about, and y'all talking directly to the developers, they are listening to y'all.
I'd love to have a story where it was all connected, such as the Shattered Lands, what they were before, wars between Unuk and Ragnar, all that sort of stuff. And then that would tie everything together, rather than just the bit of lore about the individual titans.
I mean, we did ask for more gameplay modes, and we got one. Unfortunately, the rewards that go along with it are subpar, and the time / money investment needed to complete it is kind of ridiculous. But the game itself, the gameplay, Free Titans and all that, I think they knocked it out of the park on that.
Agreed, JR. That's where an updated single-player campaign would help, and they're trying something, but
yes,
we've been seeing what they try to do, and I unfortunately my call on what it's going to be. It's going to be a few levels for each race, and it's going to rotate on a week or bi-weekly situation. So, unfortunately, to say, it will eventually become repetitive, as just like doing dailies. So I hope.
How difficult is it for them to do a hard version of campaign?
Would you just assume it would be just changing the level of the enemies?
Yeah, just making them a higher level. Maybe rewards you put it up instead of a 2-star relic, it's a 3-star relic for that level.
Well, that was the suggestion that we made, was just let us run the campaign a second time on hard mode.
That would be great. It would be the best thing, basically, for the game to have, because there's so many levels there, and so many maps you don't see anymore.
Right.
Only in the campaign.
That's the other thing. The campaign maps exist. They should reuse those in some sort of rotating event tied in with the Adventures Guild or something along those lines.
Yeah, because I would redo the campaign if I could, even on the current difficulty, even though it'd be far too easy.
Yeah.
But you can't redo the battles once they're done.
I haven't even did the campaigns.
Really?
Oh, you missed out on one of the best bits in the game.
That's right. That you would appreciate the lore even more, soldier. All right, later, Zara. See you later.
See you, Zara.
Hey, Soul. So, how much for these Titans in Transformer Earth Wars? The average cost for Dawn Titans is about $100 for the new Titans if you're just buying event relics. How much is average players spending if they're highly engaged with Transformers?
Man, I'm gonna be very honest with you. Transformers is a game of when you say you are gambling, you're really gambling. You can buy a bundle from anywhere from $9.99 that has like 5-10 crystals in it to a bundle that's over $100 that has like 30 or more crystals in it, and you can roll every single crystal and walk away with not a Titan at all. Well, not a Transformer at all. So that's that's a lot of the things that actually turn a lot of people off. So you can actually, I think there was one day, me, Moon City, Testy, a couple of us, we spent $400 that weekend buying bundles to try to get the newest Transformer that was out. And that Transformer at that time, I think he was Grimlock, or it was one of them. But we spent $400, walked away with no Transformer at all. And then also in Transformers Earth Wars, they have events over the weekends where, for instance, you can get a 2-star Transformer and then you can work up to a 3-star transformer, and then you can work up to a 4-star transformer. Well, in order to get the 4-star transformer, you have to be in like the top 5, one of the top 5 alliances, and those guys spend. Like you can, in Dawn of Titans, you can walk away with a Titan spending $100, or you can walk away with a Titan, a 4-star Titan, not spending any money at all, but just grinding. You can't do that in Transformers Earth Wars. Yeah. You're gonna spend some money in Transformers Earth Wars to walk away with a 4-star Titan, unless it's like a special Titan, and they're doing like a promotional event, and they're giving it not a Titan but a Transformer, and they're giving that Transformer away.
So that is the thing about Dawn of Titans. It is possible to grind the event, quote unquote, free to play, right?
And that's one of the reasons why I kind of moved from Transformers Earth Wars to Dawn of Titans, is because every weekend I could walk away with 2 4-star Titans, one from the actual Alliance event, and then one from just grinding out myself. And I could spend, depending on if I went free to play or if I spent probably $100, I was able to do that. So this game right here is when you look at it, this game right here is a lot more cost effective than Transformers Earth Wars is. But $400 a week, or $400.
Gotta watch your positivity, soldier. People in the stream are gonna take it for the wrong thing. They're gonna say, "Uh-oh." No, it's okay, but you're absolutely correct. Believe it or not, this is something I know a lot of players have a hard time understanding or believing, and that is, I actually, when I do go out and see if a new game is worth it, or if it's going to be that Dawn of Titan game, the game that's going to make players want to try something different or try something new, I go to the comment section on the Play Store, and the way that people talk about this game, it sounds like the comment section of a YouTube video for Dawn of Titans, or even reading the Dawn of Titans negative comments, Like, gosh, people talking about money-hungry devs, and why is there loot box style gameplay? I'm like,
try Transformers Earth Wars.
I'm just saying, it seems that most of the popular games that come out have very similar comments that Dawn of Titans gets all the time. So, yeah. It's just very common. That's all.
APOC, how we doing on that travel time there, bud?
Yeah, APOC.
Yeah, I'm probably about 25 out starting the stream. How you guys are?
The funny thing about it is APOC played Transformers Earth Wars and he played Dawn of Titans. So APOC, give us your opinion on it if you have an opportunity to do that.
Hey, I couldn't afford to play Transformers Earth Wars and make money off of YouTube at the same time. Just to be honest. With Dawn of Titans was a lot more friendly. But the main thing is I just kind of was torn between first-person shooter, and that was really in the first-person shooter, so that's mainly Dawn of Titans. But I think Dawn of Titans was fair, and free-to-play friendly. Transformers Earth Wars was a phenomenal game. I love the game, but the problem is realize that you have no chance of competing the larger alliances and stuff like that. It really is demoralizing. So it's just kind of like I couldn't really produce YouTube content, and I really didn't feel like it was the best thing for me and my family to spend that amount of money on a mobile game.
Cool, good to hear. Yeah, KJ, Transformers Earth Wars is a sweet game. It's fun. It's well made. Unfortunately, it's a little spendy. I played it for a little while too. And yeah, it's, all my stuff was like 3 stars because I really wasn't into spending money at that time.
Yeah, KJ. We got Engineer Hoist here too, lurking in the Discord.
Hey, Hoist, hey, everybody, welcome to the channel. The #1 YouTuber for Transformers Earth Wars is Engineer Hoist.
Yeah.
What's up, people? Where's the soundbite?
Yeah. I don't have it. Sorry.
You don't have it?
So Hoist, and now, they already opened up the box in reference to this conversation. What are your thoughts in reference to how much money you feel like the average person spend in Transformers Earth Wars?
I would say average is a hard thing to define.
Right.
Well, we've got a pretty healthy VIP program, and it's generally considered that you got to spend 500 or more to get in there. And I know I personally have spent way more than that.
I personally have spent over $4,000 in Transformers Air Force.
Yeah, I haven't added it up. When we went on that London trip, I kind of mentioned that I didn't even know how much I spent, and Jody said, "Oh, we can go look that up for you." And I said, "No, thank you."
Amen.
There you go.
But I heard Soul saying about how they went after a bot one time for like $400 in a weekend. I personally have spent, I'd say, probably at least 500 chasing one individual bot myself.
Yeah.
So, yeah. The only good thing is if you don't get a bot, you get the duplicates, and they do give you resources, certain types of resources that you can only get from duplicate bots. So it's not a complete waste. Although a lot of people, they really want the new bot, so when they don't get it, they consider it a failure, which is understandable.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, it's really true. Horace, how much would you say individual who got a 5-star bot spend on? Now, remember, Donna Titans don't have 5-star. No, Donna Titans don't have 5-star Titans. But how much money would you say a 5-star Titan will cost the average individual who has a 5-star Transformer?
Well, we're at the point in the game where if you've been around from the beginning and you've been in a good alliance, it is possible to have gotten a 5-star free to play. I know there's a handful of people out there who've done it. But basically what it takes is you got to get the 5-star shards to get the bot. For anybody who's not familiar, you get that from duplicate 4-star bots, and they also do a 5-star event every 6 months or so, where you get a pretty good chance.
That's 6 months, so it's twice a year.
That's an idea. An idea. What if Dawn of Titans had an option to convert your duplicate, like say 5-star relics, into a 5-star relic shard, and that way, once you had enough, you could get a different thing.
Yeah, well, when the game first started, we didn't have the 5 stars, so the duplicate 4-star bot would just give you more 4-star shards to go towards another duplicate 4-star. So it seemed like a never-ending loop. So they did eventually introduce the 5-star bots, which, having been on the test server, they had been testing for a while. Where was it going? Oh, yeah. Before they started doing the events for 5 stars, if the only way to get it was from duplicate 4 stars, I think it came up to like 24 or 28 duplicate 4 stars. So if you were spending money on it, it could get pretty pricey. I mean, if you're lucky enough that out of a $100 bundle you got a 4-star every time, which, as Soul said, doesn't happen, that would be $2,400, $2,500 for a 5-star. Probably a good enough value.
Yep, I got my first 5-star after spending, I'm gonna say, around $2,500. It was a great experience too. Don't get me wrong, it was great, but you have to spend some money to get a great Titan or a great Transformer in that particular case.
Yeah, so now considering that I have 4 of those, I'm a little depressed on how much money I've spent.
That's why the community is so good.
Yeah.
So, Hoist, there's a brand new event that launched today in Dawn of Titans, which is the entire. Okay, all right, Corey and Brain, I see no shards. We got you. They're like, no, you don't want shards. Shut up. Okay. So it's a new event type. It's a new gameplay mode where they've actually put 3 of the big Titans on the battlefield at the same time, and you can control all 3. It's the first time we've ever had more than one. The problem is that the rewards chain for doing the event and the time required and the cost involved to do it is way out of proportion with the value you get from completing the event. So there's a bit of pushback on that front.
Yeah, well, it happens. I heard y'all talking about meta changes and stuff like that. So they got to keep trying things, and they got to move the cheese, so to speak, every so often. And try to find something that works. And if it doesn't work, y'all are going to complain loudly, and they'll not do it again. And if it does, work, and they make money off of it, they may continue it.
Wait, so Hoist, does this happen in Transformers Earth Wars? Do people complain?
Yeah.
No.
I complain about
No.
every game. I'm playing this little Disney game. I don't stream it or anything, but I'm in some of the fan forums. It's nothing but complaints. They're decidedly less toxic in the Disney game chats than they are in most other games, but it's still complaining. It's all complaining about the same thing: greedy this, greedy that. I can't get this without spending, kind of deal. So every game that operates on the same kind of a freemium model is going to have people that complain that just can't afford it.
Now,
understandable. But there's just no getting around it.
I was complaining about Smurf Village.
It's
you
true.
kind of mentioned that you play a Disney game and just leave that out there without saying the name for it.
Disney Magic Kingdoms. It's the one that Geeky Chick does.
Oh my gosh!
I play Smurf Village. I don't care. You're all good, Hoist.
I never would have guessed.
APOC got me started.
Dude, I live a stone's throw away from Walt Disney World. I used to work at Walt Disney World. I'm about as big of a Disney freak as I am a Transformers freak. So,
can you tell them to stop messing up Star Wars, please?
I can't. I'm actually looking forward to going to that Star Wars land when it opens. I'll build myself a lightsaber.
I hear you'll be the only one there.
I hear that too, but that's cool. No lines.
No lines.
Hey, no, I think it's open already because Ben Affleck and his son just built themselves two lightsabers.
They've had some previews. They had a pass holder preview. I'm a pass holder. I just didn't reserve a spot fast enough, and they were all sold out. So I'll get over there eventually.
Yeah.
And
So
when they say there's nobody there, it just means the lines aren't 4 hours; they're only 2 hours.
Right.
They were expecting super long lines, so they're only normal lines. That's really what it is if you read into it.
So back to Dawn of Titans. Are we?
Yeah.
we kind of meandered down a rabbit trail there.
It's all right. It's later in the stream. It's totally fine.
Yeah.
You're in bonus time anyway, right?
Yeah, we're in bonus time.
Much, yeah. This is supposed to be an
I got 43 people watching right now. Man, we got only got 12 likes. Go ahead, welcome in, guys.
So vintage. Any thought?
Yeah. Let's get some vintage
I think
thoughts.
we've covered everything. I think this event style has a lot of potential. It needs some serious tuning, namely the time commitment.
Oops.
Okay, I agree with that. Now, tell us where you sit on the rewards, just so we'll have it on record.
I've only done 4 battles.
Oh, yeah.
I'm in the middle of a war.
Okay. Yeah, so that's one of the other things that it really does take away from the normal season to actually devote time to doing something like this assault event. So maybe they can somehow, I don't know, I don't know if giving VP for each assault attack is enough to make that happen. But it would be cool if maybe one of the awards was like a VP bonus relic, so that you could put that on your Titan, and then you got, double the VP of your next pack in the regular game.
See, I think that making it VP from the assault fights that gets multiplied, call it 10 times your damage you get in VP, and having that also get multiplied by the boost relics would give people a reason to actually spend on this event.
There you go, Prometheo. Throw some more math in there. That's what we need. That'll keep the stream going. But agreed. Having some sort of math multiplier, some sort of VP multiplier would allow for players that don't want to leave the VP grind to do any battles besides garrison hits or cap and lands. It would make sense.
Yeah, you could stay bubbled the whole time, and you could do 250,000 damage in the assault battles and pick up 2.5 million VP.
I like it, but is that fair? I mean, you just stay bubbled the whole time and do the assault event. You see what I'm saying there?
Why? Putting a complete halt stop to the season grind? More or less?
I mean, sort of. Yeah. I mean, if you can earn 2.5 million VP in 2 days just completing the assault event, it would probably affect the regular season in significant ways.
I think the change would be we just need some type of variant. If there was 1 week where we just went VP crazy, give us a chance to beat out PB or log, that'd be fun.
Yeah, look, at least it wouldn't be something where, it's going to overly favor the top alliances. It would be democratic.
I'm with you. Some type of VP needs to be in here, though, Prometheo. Because, the time trade-off is going to affect. Because we'll all hear the wrath of D soon enough.
Right, because during regular solo events, you get VP, right? It may not be a lot, but you can get VP and earn souls at the same time.
There are weeks where I get all my VP from ping pong rating.
There are some weeks where I get some VP from doing something other than ping pong rating.
Oh, man. Right there with you, Bo. All right. So, well, it's because majority of my gameplay is usually events. Brain wants a Taco Wars game. Fight the impending Taco Apocalypse. Taco Apocalypse.
Taco Apocalypse.
It is Taco Tuesday.
That's right. It is. It was 99-cent tacos today as well.
Yeah. I actually had some tacos today. I had some. They were beef brisket tacos. They were pretty.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, sign me up for that one.
Yeah. Really good.
So we're definitely in extra time. We're talking about food, guys.
Yeah.
Taco Tuesday. Hey, Zalon, why do you think we're so secretive about this event with the SPPs, not allowing you guys to release any videos in advance?
Because that's the way they do it for everything we've ever done. We never are allowed to release anything ahead of time, excluding when they gave us all the, most recently they gave us, what type was that?
Sobek?
Sobek, yeah, they gave us Sobek early and said that we were allowed to release our videos early. That surprised the crap out of us. We're not used to that whatsoever. Well, they always tell us, hold on to it until we have our live stream.
So what did you guys think about the fact that they let us do that? Was that helpful?
I loved it.
Some feedback on that?
It showed me that I didn't need to grind for 2 of them. I thought this was going to be a Valorn type character. So with Bo, when I saw your stream, when I hit that garrison, I was like, oh, this is bad news. One Sobek and event reward is good enough for me.
Yep.
So I was grateful. Thanks, Bo.
I'd rather have people just leak the skills to me so that I can scoop everyone.
Yeah, thanks, Prometheus. We appreciate that. Vintage, what did you think about the early Sobek stuff, or did you have a chance to watch any of it?
I'm going to be an advocate for allowing alliances to plan. I'm a little biased being, my home alliance being an event alliance.
Come back to Hammer, Vintage. Come back to Hammer. We miss it.
I will. I love moving around and visiting. But, knowing...
I was a big fan of it for that reason right there. More information is always better, and even though on the live stream the devs give you, the basic information, they don't play with the Titans enough to really get a feel for what that Titan is capable of. And I think, because I did 2 live streams where I played with Sobek for 2 hours, at max level, and we really got to see, what's he do against this defense? What does he do against that defense? And that type of thing. So more information is always better, I think.
Yeah, I loved it. I loved the early release. It was great.
You hear that, Devs? They loved it.
They loved it.
Yeah,
more of it.
Watching you play with him in advance gave me a lot of ideas and helped me make a better video. So it was really good.
There you go.
Promethea, you're getting shout-outs with Vintage and Ron Game this week in your videos, by the way. You're nice. Your whole chart of Sobek was the talk of all the YouTube channels.
I'm gonna have to go back and watch those. Thanks for telling me.
Yeah, so hopefully they can continue to let us have them early, and then on Wednesday nights on my stream, we'll play with them before the event starts on Thursday. I think that would be quite helpful.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Brain's kind of like in the battlefield with dead bodies everywhere. Yeah, they didn't take them away. Oh, crap.
Yeah, they're just laying there. They're insane.
Stack them up.
So I've been grinding with Chrono Tier and no boost, and doing the minute strategy is the best. So once you reach 1,000, points for the land, just let a cat run in, and you're done, and you just can grind these out. So it really seems to be the most effective just for gameplay variance.
Cool. As long as you have to reach 1,000, so we won't be able to test that.
Right? That's the closest I've gotten. 938. It's all right, though. The event is great, but the rewards need to vastly more than what they are offering, especially if you're going to really have to put the time in trying to get the stretch rewards. Thank you, Lawrence Wick.
Yep. Corey, D is fine. She was traveling today. She had just gotten off a plane when the stream started, and I don't think she's made it home yet. So.
Yeah.
Okay, Zalan, your stream with Bad Mother Trucker and D's drop-in last week was one of the best random drops I've ever heard on your guys' stream.
Wait, what do you mean?
When D came in,
her
friend.
Yeah. I know. APOC's already laid into her for it.
That was not in T. That's for sure.
Jeez. Well, she was at a conference. Zelensky needs to be more offensive. Use Dionysus and go ham. Yeah, let's try Dionysus out. I think he's only 50.
I did had some good runs with Dionysus.
I haven't tried him yet. I just used Calvarex and
going on offense.
I'm using Kronos with Maiden Race and just 3 maidens, and it gets it done incredibly quick.
When we get done with this, I'm gonna have to try the 1,000 point and then surrender. Well, not surrender, but 1,000 points and give up, right?
Yeah, it's gross. Yeah, I'm at 1,100 now. I got some Berserker Titan just chased down the cat I was trying to let through. So you got to watch those Titans that are helping you out now.
It's dinner.
Yeah, Vintage Man. Anytime.
Dinner time in Hacienda de Vintage. Thanks for coming.
All right, thanks guys for letting me join the stream. Really appreciate it. Thanks for my rant. It was therapeutic.
There you go. That's
good work.
Glad we can provide a place for you to come and provide your rant. Actually, APOC just went live, so we're going to be hopping off here after this battle.
Thanks, y'all. Have a good night. Appreciate it, Zalan. Thanks, Bo.
No problem.
Okay.
What's up, Justin?
Excellent. So I think we're gonna pop up to the
post the link, Bo. Post the link.
Post the link. All right, here. Let me grab the link. We're gonna raid the. We're gonna raid.
Raid.
We're gonna raid the
weekly NTG.
Yep.
Meeting, yeah. I'm gonna still play this battle out though, so you still have a few minutes. But yeah, we'll post the link a few times, and then everyone get over there as soon as possible. Because if you are still playing the game or playing Assault or just want a live stream to listen to, the non-toxic live stream will be up.
I don't see APOC live.
I got a notification.
Is he on the Non-Toxic Gamers channel?
Yeah. He's live right now.
Not for me.
For me, is.
I'll leave this on in the background, and then I can actually go and play some game now. Obviously, I can't play while talking.
I just got it. Here, I'm going to post the link.
All right, you post the link.
There you
Because
go.
I don't see it.
There we go. Why don't you follow that link? Because I was just there. That's why everybody just dropped out.
Okay. Yeah, we need to wrap this up.
So I need to jump into the YouTube for your thing and then follow the link.
There you go. All right, DOT community. If you watch this live stream after the fact, make sure you post comments afterwards. People you agreed with, disagreed with, what you think. It's all going to get read by the developers. Do want to thank everybody that joined on Discord, as always. And, of course, thank you for everybody joining in the actual chat. And I would hope to see you over on the Non-Toxic Gamers channel. You got anything?
Yeah.
You got anything to add there, Bo? Here at the end?
No, good roundtables, Zalon. Everybody, just we'll do this again, sort of tomorrow on my live stream over on my channel on Boganora, and after everybody's had a majority of the event, we'll kind of collect everybody's thoughts and take a look at maybe what's going on in the Cerberus event start on Thursday.
Yeah, exactly. What's going to be coming next? So awesome. Yeah, we'll definitely be doing a roundtable stream like this when 1.34 update does come to the game. So that's definitely on the docket for the future.
Yep. All right.
Awesome. All right, DOT community. We will for the non-toxic gamers. I am Zalan,
and I am Bo,
and we will see you all again very soon.